Welcome, creators, to The Disruptors, Illuminate Your Frequency podcast. It's in the disruption of the luminescence that matter is created. Being seen. Now, if you're looking at the title of this podcast, you're going to look at it and say, oh my God, you've got the wrong spelling. And I do not have the wrong spelling. This is the whole point of what my podcast is about, being seen. And I am talking about the scene that we create, the way that we present ourselves out there in the big social media world in a way to portray who we are or what we think people want to see about us. And I just want to talk about that today because, like with anything that I talk about, it always comes from something that I've done, something that I've moved through, something that I have learned. It always starts with my own awareness first. And then I come up with this conclusion or this idea or this thought, or try to piece it together with my logic of why this is suddenly a thing, or why this is coming up, or a way to use it for me in order to move forward. Because it's very interesting in the way that many of us do show up on social media. And I know people don't want to see boring stuff. They don't want to, see you taking out your rubbish or sitting there watching TV. They want to be entertained. I want to be entertained. If I'm on social media, I want to see things that are fun. I want to hear stories that are interesting. I want to hear new discoveries or learn new things. I don't want to see boring things either. So when we portray ourselves on social media, we are always trying to give the best of what we have to offer in that moment. So if we're on a holiday, if we have 10 pictures of the beast, I was going to say beast. If we have 10 pictures of the beach, we're not going to pick the worst one, are we? We are going to pick the one that looks the best. And that's the one that we will post and say, oh my goodness, look at this beach. It's so amazing. Same as if we're doing photos of ourselves. We're not going to pick the one where we're holding our phone down here. We got the double chin and our face looking disgusting. We're going to do the nice ones with the nice poses, maybe a filter, etc. We're going to put the things that we think are the best way to portray what we're sharing, whether it's us, our holidays, our stories, whatever it is, we want to put the best out there. However, what I notice is that we also try to highlight the pieces of a story that may be more able to resonate with more people, that people can find a connection with. And it's like pulling the pieces out of something and just delivering like the cream of the crop. And if you have ever heard me talk about our luminescent codes and the way that I see them as colors and how these colors sort of sit on the top, they're like the cream of the crop. That's the same way in which we are posting on social media. It's where trying to pull out those pieces in order to portray something that someone is going to find entertaining, enjoyable, educational, emotional, something, somewhere, somehow that they can connect with on some sort of energetic level. That's all well and good. However, there are times that I know we write things or we share things that have more of a level of this is what I think people want to see, instead of this is what I want to share about me right now. So it's very easy for us to move through things and then talk about it on the other side of that of, oh, I was feeling low, but I used these skills and then I felt better type scenario. That's all well and good. But when you are thinking about, well, what would people like to hear? And I'm going to tailor my story in a way so that it connects with you. Because there are many ways that you can look at a situation or an experience or anything that you were sharing on social media and spin it and turn it into whatever you think the desired result is, what you want it to be. Even with that photo of the beach, there's so many different ways you could use that photo. You could take a photo of the beach and go, oh my God, I've been saving for 12 months for this holiday. I finally got here. You can manifest your dreams. Or you could say, you could spin it about how wonderful this universe is and how great the beaches are. And we need to keep them clean, and we need to think about the earth, and we need to be doing all these things to make sure our beaches stay like this. Or we could turn it into, this could be your dream. Everybody go for the things that you really want. You too can manifest the life. You can spin that in any way that you want, in a way for people to connect with you. And there will be people who will connect with you whichever way you talk about it. And because of this Creator Codes portal, as I'm sort of bringing in more information to put in there, the more I am learning, the more I am seeing, is really making it very obvious how there's a very large popularity towards creating these avatars, creating these ideal clients or ideal customers. And it's okay, I have a service or product I want to offer. What does my ideal client look like? What are their pain points? And then you market to those pain points. So if your ideal client is someone who wishes they're on a holiday at the beach because they're a full-time mom and they're busy looking after family, working jobs, whatever, if that was your ideal client for whatever it was you were offering, you would be showing pictures of that beach saying, this could be you if you sign up for this thing, or if you follow me, or whatever it is. And that's like, marketing 101, where we're attaching ourselves to the pain of others to find a match with the thing that you have against that thing. So it's like, this is the person over here who is sad and not happy that they don't have this thing that they want. And here's the other person over here saying, hey, I've got it. And you can get it if you do this thing. And the thing in the middle is the bridge between those, which is what the majority of people are teaching in the way that we market, is to bridge that gap between not having it and having it by buying or engaging or purchasing, whatever it is, that service in the middle. That's the bridge in between. Now, I have tried to do some of this, and it is just not for me. Not that I don't believe that there are people out there who would benefit from, I don't know, I talk about many things. I can spin a conversation any way you want to make it attract two different types of people. But there's a whole different way that we can do this. And I think it's more about finding the awareness and the belief into doing something different, instead of following this sort of old, even though it's tried, tested, and true and successful for so many people, it's just not something that resonates with me. And I really feel into more of being able to express yourself as who you are will still attract the people or the things that you want in your life. It's a little bit hard for me to sometimes really put it into words, because the old school thinking, the standard thinking, I don't have this, I want this, how do I get from here to here? What's the bit in between? That's you with the thing in between. The way I see it is, I am that thing you already want, but instead of me showing you that thing that I have and you going, oh my God, yes, I want it, I am going to beacon myself as that thing without telling you I have that thing. Like, I know that makes no sense, because that thing that you want, that whatever it is, that thing you're trying to work towards, it is not actually that thing that you want. There's a deeper resonance or level of desire that comes from your perceived lack in some other area. So let's just say, for instance, it is you wanted that beach holiday. That could be because you were sick of sitting in this house every day doing chores all the time, and you need a scenery break. And I mean, who doesn't like a nice beach holiday? It is very appealing to your eyes. It's relaxing to sit on the sand and hop in the water and just relax and not do all these chores. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that beach holiday that you were desiring. You were just trying to not keep doing the same old thing of what you're doing now in your house and your chores. So it's that feeling of relaxation, that feeling of appreciation, that feeling of letting go that you are really searching for. It's never the actual desire that you want as the thing that you really want. It's the way that thing, whatever it is, it could be an experience, it could be a physical thing. It's the way it's going to make you feel. Now, what if you could feel that way without having that thing? I don't know how to put that into words, but there is a level and a way that you can really feel that way without having that thing that you want. And it's not like, okay, I'm going to close my eyes and imagine I'm on the beach. Oh yeah, I can feel the water in my fingers and the sand between my toes, and I'm so relaxed. That's not it. That's not what I'm talking about. That will get you to that place to understand it. That's something you can use to help you to really start to feel into these different level of magnetic resonance of your energetic feeling. But there is something that happens as you work through whatever it is. I can't give you a path or a rule book, but for me, it was in that process of letting go and stripping things, and it's been a long process. I can't pinpoint it on one thing, but what has happened is I now connect to myself, not to the things around me, not to external ideas, external stories, people telling me things. It all comes from within and out. Instead of the outside bringing in, I am starting from who I am in this physical body with my own mind and my own energetic codes. That's where it comes from. And because I'm no longer holding on to anything else outside of me and trying to bring them in, but coming from the depths of who I am and allowing them to shine out, makes me able to resonate on a different level where I no longer need that beach holiday to feel good. I no longer need those desires outside of me to bring me those feelings that I want, because I'm not feeling those lower, less fun, less enjoyable feelings that are driving me towards those greater desires. Let's look at it from a money point of view, right? So if you're, oh my God, I won $10,000. Why? Because I don't have any money now, and $10,000 is going to help me pay bills and bring me new experiences, and, you know, maybe this beach holiday or whatever it is, right? Because you were here because you were feeling like a sad loser, or someone who can't provide for your kids, or someone who is just struggling at the moment because you don't have enough income to cover your expenses at the moment. No matter what you do, it's just not happening. So you are trying to manifest $10,000 to help you alleviate all those things. That's not what you really want. Yes, we have actual bills and expenses and things that need to be paid, but you want to have that feeling of not having to worry about that bill not being paid, or not having to check your bank account before you go buy something. It is that feeling that you have of not being able to do it that you want to escape from. So having that money would stop you from feeling in that, oh my God, I can't pay this bill. Even if you trust that things are going to be paid and everything's going to be okay, you still know there's that feeling inside of you that doesn't like feeling that you don't have the thing that you think you need in order to facilitate whatever the thing is that is telling you needs to be done. I'm a bill, I need to be paid now. Or you need a holiday so you feel better. Or you need to be able to buy your kid a toy whenever they want. That's not the real drive towards wanting that $10,000. It's that feeling you have when you think about all those things that you can't do because you believe they need to either be paid or to be done, whatever the belief is. But if you flipped that and you could see how that feeling that you were feeling because those things are not done and that $10,000 is going to fix it only comes from the belief in your mind and the feeling in your body. If you could flip that, if you could flip that thought, and if you could release that energetic feeling within your physical body, you wouldn't want that $10,000 in order to pay those bills or to be able to do those things. Because it's only because of the thought and the feeling in your body that is making you want that $10,000. And I'm not saying, no, don't want money, because you can still want money, but it's in a different way. It's not being driven from a lack or from a belief or from a thought or something that you think has to be done. Instead, it's driven from a total different sense of power and desire. It's not coming from that lack or anything else within your thought and body that can be dissipated. And this is one thing that I worked on a lot over the last 12 months. Is I started with working within the body and the thoughts, but then there was a deepening of it to really be able to untangle every time we're using those thoughts, every time we're feeling things in the body, to be able to, and I'm doing like spirit fingers with my hands, because seeing it as energetic codes and stuff, to me, it's like you can untangle the energetic strands of it, or the colored swirls, and change the shades of what they are. So if there are things that still come up, it's just a matter of allowing it to loosen and to release and escape or morph, whatever it is that works for you, in a way then that you no longer have desires just driven from fear. And that's the same way that we market, is we are marketing towards that fear in other people in order to attract them to the thing we want. Whereas if I could show people that I can just be me in this loud and, I don't know what the right words, I was going to say, I was going to say crazy person, but that's not it. I'm not crazy. I'm amazing. But it's true. Like, from the outside, people can look at your life and go, oh my God, like, really? But that's not what it's about. It's not just about looking at the things we have, or the lack of the things that we want that we don't have yet, or the things that are perceived by our society as this is what success means, or this is what power is, or this is what it means when you are rich. This is what it means when you have made it. There's such a deeper level to it, and it all comes from within, because our body holds on to all of it. And we know when I first started, and I first started with tapping and releasing of those energetic pieces within our meridians. Did I say that correctly? Meridians. And the way that I've now come through is that was like the first real understanding of how that works. But now there is a deeper level of awareness that you will find within yourself once you start really looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your body's responses to those thoughts and experiences in the past, future, or the right now. But I can feel for myself right now the truth of who I am is forged within this 3D structure of my being. Bear in mind, and if you couple this with that whole idea I was talking about a few weeks ago about us always consistently changing, where our cells are constantly regenerating, and knowing that, maybe even though some things regenerate quicker than others, like our blood, etc., even though we are still slowly changing, we are still changing. So as we're working on those beliefs and those energetic holds within our body, this is where that change occurs. This is where we become different people. This is where our experiences around us change, because our emotional being changes, our energetic being changes, the physical DNA and structural pieces of this body changes, but it has to be coupled together with all of it in this beautiful little sort of holistic little package, where working on all these things together is what is going to facilitate us to get to this point of what I would call pure luminescence, because it's allowing the cream to the top to come up by eliminating the pieces that aren't as bright or as shiny as they could be. We already hold them all. We already have it within who we are. It's the diluting of things along the way and the increasing of the luminescence, which is then going to allow us to really express ourselves in such an authentic way, because we're no longer wearing the DNA of our ancestors or our past, or the energetic holds of whatever you believe in, or the beliefs that we have been given as we were growing up, or however you think they come through. All of those things, as we slowly start to strip them away, more and more of our true essence starts to rise. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about from the inside out. So where I market and speak from deep within the bones of who I am, that is my most authentic voice. That is not me speaking to your pain points. That's not me telling you, you need to come buy my membership because you don't know how to do this. It's no, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm enjoying. And you could be doing it too if you come and join me and come and do this thing. But it's not in, in the way that everyone is telling you. So the hard part is for you is to see that and go, well, if you want to teach me things about social media and content creation, but hang on a minute, you're not viral, you don't have 1 million sales, you don't have thousands of views, why would I listen to you? But that's just another layer of your beliefs and the things that you are holding in your body that you think are true, because you are still holding on to someone else's idea that the only way to be successful is to have lots of views. The only way to make lots of money is to have a lot of likes. The only way to get customers is to speak to their pain points. And those things are just beliefs. But if more people started to start within themselves, see the things that they could dissipate, the things that they were holding on to that weren't theirs, start to allow them to release, allow more of their luminescence to shine, allow the true authenticity of who they are to shine through, more and more people would start to attach to that. More and more people would then connect magnetically to the right people, not because of their pain, but because of their strengths, because of the essence of who they are. And we would be able to change the whole narrative in the way that we market and in the way that we show up as our authentic selves. I know this is a lot, and I know that it's something that many people won't resonate with because they won't be able to get past a lot of those collective thoughts or the collective ideas or the strategies that the professionals are telling you, or the things that people are telling you should do, because because the majority of people believe in that, the majority of clients and customers are going to respond to that. It is probably going to work for you, but that's not what I want. I don't want people who are just sheep who are following this method or this morphic field of how it always has been in a way to facilitate people who are literally just looking for someone else to follow or trying to fill their fear or their void in the desire for these new desires and these things that they want, instead of taking the time to take a step back and look at it from within and allow their true essence to shine through. But it has to start somewhere. And I know that this is now one of the things that I need to speak about. And even if I am here just speaking to one person and I'm just sharing it with this tiny group of people, that's not reflective of success, because we just spoke about that. It's not about the views. It's not about the numbers. It's about following the truth in who I am, because each step is just taking me more and more and more towards the truest. And honestly, I get sick of using the word authentic, but it's really hard to find the right words of what it really is. But it is very much about just the depths of who you are. And, you know, if you want to use the word soul, or if you want to use the deepest coding or the lightest fractal or the most genuine or the truth or the genius of who you are, whatever word you want to insert here, that's where you are going to shine. It's not in the following of others. It's in the becoming of yourself. And if you are someone who believes that we are on this journey to this, whatever you want to call it, whether it's an awakening or this new being, and no one has the answers, but I believe that we are continually moving towards finding a more and more pure essence of ourselves. And in doing that, we have to be authentic. We have to face those fears that come up. We have to really look at our desires, our fears, and anything else that is stopping us along the way, in order for us to truly shine exactly as we are and exactly as we need to be. And that's it for today. Okay, stick around if you want to hear my hair story. So I decided to get out of my emo little look, and I thought I'd try and, be cool and get some lightning in there. Well, because you're someone who's had their hair dyed a lot, my hair didn't take too well. So it decided to break in many pieces and looks like a rat's nest. And also I'm noticing as we are on this video here, for some reason, it's making it look all grey. So please enjoy. Now I just got to wait till it grows out so we can get rid of the dead bits. So it's probably going to be like another 6 months. Anyway, that's my hair story. That's why it looks different. And if you do want to know more about, oh, no, I can't handle this hair. It's disgusting. Oh boy, what was I saying? I'm distracting myself. Okay. But if you do want to learn how to create content and learn about social media platforms, yes, I will give you a lot of the things that the experts say, but not in a way that this is the strategy that you need to get your results. It's more of having the awareness of how it all works so you can piece together how it's going to work for you. Or if you want that plus a lot of my big thinking, big ideas, energetic upgrades, weird things, magical things, spiritual things, then I have another membership on top of that, which is the disruptive frequency. All the details will be somewhere. You will find them if you want them. See, that's one of the other things I tell you, you must have a call to action. You must have a call to action. But honestly, if you want something, if you watch someone and they are saying the things that you engage in and you want more of that person, you will find exactly what you need from wherever it is, you will find it and you will connect with it. So I'm not going to make it easy. I will put links. I don't know. I didn't even know what I put in here. So see, that's my marketing strategy. Go with the flow. Okay, that's enough rambling. Enjoy. Now, go listen to your bones. Go listen to the depths of who you are. Because honestly, that's where your ultimate success is. It truly, truly is. And I'm a testament to that because I can tell you, I'm literally bouncing off walls. There's no words for it. There's literally no words for it. And it is because it's removing all that shit. Anyway, I'm out. See you next week. Welcome, creators, to the Disruptors, Illuminate Your Frequency podcast. It's in the disruption of the luminescence that matter is created. And that's it for another epic dose of Disruptors, Illuminate Your Frequency podcast.